Now, I've made videos before talking about the atmosphere of the Earth and the problems I see with a spinning globe to do with atmosphere. And there's been quite a bit of work done on that topic now that I've seen. So I thought I'd just refresh the idea, and I've got a few other ideas. And also I wanted to back up the little experiment I did the other day. Sure, it wasn't ideal because I had a wall in the background, but I wasn't really highlighting the light going onto the wall because, of course, if there is a black space, it's not going to reflect there. But it's the Earth atmosphere that would reflect. So on sunset, you would definitely get a long twilight, and it wouldn't matter where you were on the globe. There'd be a glow for ages. And it just is the dynamics of how light would work on a globe, and considering the atmosphere, as you know, when it gets hit by sunlight, it turns blue. So you'd still sort of have blue sky above you for at least the area near the sunset for a fair while, and it'd slowly shrink away. And I can just show you, what I mean. So your sunlight's coming in this angle here, and as this point now, say, sets, spinning globe spinning away from the sun, as they say it would be, right? You would still have all this area here illuminated. Now, of course, this atmosphere here, if it was a globe, and the dimensions is exaggerated, for this diagram, whoever made this diagram up. But it's just good for a demonstration idea. So I understand scales would be wrong here. But for the spin idea to be happening, the atmosphere would have to be contained with basically a glass-like ceiling all the way around. Otherwise, how's it going with the vacuum? The vacuum would suck it out. You know that when you go high up in an airplane, if a window blew out, everybody gets sucked out the window. It's the way pressure works. And the other factor, of course, when a plane takes off the ground, if the Earth's, say, spinning this way, the plane goes up in the air, well, of course, it just hovers and the Earth spins and it lands again. But we know that doesn't happen. We know it doesn't matter which way you go, the plane, whatever speed it's going, it travels that distance. So the only way that could happen is everything is moving together now in such a way that everything is balanced, therefore. So the atmosphere is moving with the Earth. Now, also for that to happen, as you go out, the atmosphere has to be turning faster. So you need force. Now, somehow we can, just hypothetically say the Earth has got force on it spinning. What force is pushing this way to make this spin? The only way, of course, if it is in a total enclosed thing and the whole glass thing somehow is spinning. And that is the only way it can work. There really is no other solution. And people can jump and scream, but if there was this glass ceiling, you'd think sometimes with the angle of the sun, we would notice it somehow. And we don't see that. At night we see it clear as sky. So it's a real problem, the spin, and it's something that none of the bigger flat earth channels really, they might mention. I'm not saying that people haven't talked about this, but they don't really highlight this enough. And I think that's because the bigger shill channels have turned it into a pantomime, and they're in bed with the Reds rhetoric, etc., and they're all having a bit of a pantomime together, and the longer they can keep it going and more confused they can get people, people will keep watching. That's just one idea I have. I don't know how you feel about that. But this is an idea, and it should be properly addressed by some of the people who do their round earth thing, and I don't know whether they will. Tell me how the atmosphere has force. You need force to move something. They'll say it's all gravity. Well, then it'll have to be in a sealed container. And have you any proof of the sealed container? And if it was a sealed container, of course, you cannot stick up for NASA then, because how could they go through it? I guess you're going to say, oh, they made a hole in it. If they made a hole in it, wouldn't be real good, isn't it? This is a vacuum out here, they say. Wouldn't that suck it all out? See, a lot of problems with the spin and the atmosphere. It's truly the one. And for all they say about everything else, this is a telling point. So I'm sorry, Mr. Thresherman's son, you mightn't like this, but if you have a good answer for this, I will definitely listen. And anyone else who has a good answer, I'll certainly, please don't be abusive and call people retards on my channel. It's just not the way for a serious, sensible discussion on anything. Okay, thanks for watching, and please sub and share if you can, if you found this video quite interesting. And final point, for people who say, oh, on a flat Earth, we should see the sun at night. I will say that that is a thing we don't understand. You know, I can't give you a 100% answer on that. There's people who are theorizing and looking at this, and maybe in a year or two, gee, it'd be good if all that money that NASA has was directed at those sort of questions. And I'm sure somebody knows out there, but they're not saying. But that is definitely a problem. But it's the problem of the fact that the 93 million miles sun, which of course 93 is a 666 idea, I might add. And certainly you, Thresherman's son, you know that's definitely a thing. And they've got a lot of the 666, like 234 plus 432 is 666, of course. And the different figures they have all have the spell type idea. But as I said, with the illuminated atmosphere, there should be a glow in the sky, like the sun's coming from here and it's sinking because this is spinning, you know, but we'll just do it like the sun's sinking here just for the demonstration to make it easy. So the rays are no longer like when the sun's up here on the thing. Of course, this is spinning, right? But just transfer it so I can just move this and makes it easy to describe. I'm sure you're with what I'm saying, right? So your lines are coming in here. Now, as this spins away, therefore it's like, say, let's move this. Now we'll just jack it back up that this is the top again for the demonstration. Well, the sun's now at this angle. But that means the lines are still going to be coming here and they're going to be illuminating this sky in a line like that. It couldn't be any other way. That's just common sense to me. Anyway, if you've got some ideas on that, you can put them up, but that's a good one, I think. Okay, thanks for watching.